change title because it always defaults to the last one that I did. Long arming and working on a pillow. Okie dokie. Come on. There we go. Alright, so you guys are going to watch me long arm this quilt that my mother-in-law made. So, first, I need to do a few things. I need to find somewhere to put my laptop while I'm doing this. I'll just put you right here for now. I'm sorry about the lighting. We need a laptop stand situation. That light's really annoying. We're right underneath the light, so there's not a bunch that I can do. Hi, Kathleen! So, we are going to wind some bobbins. I'm going to make sure that I wind enough this time because I always... Hello, Emily! I always undershoot it. So I need to wind about probably 3 bobbins. Honestly, I could wind more because I'm doing another quilt, probably with the same thread. Make it easier on myself later on. Let's see if there's a thread in here. Or if I have to pull from. I haven't used this yet. There we go. Okay, let's wind some bobbins. I've got a lot that I need to get done. And I loaded this quilt horizontally, so the original design that I was thinking, I'm not really loving anymore. Alright. That was no bueno. We're restarting that. It's going to cause a problem in my machine. Dang it. Wind some bobbins with me. Or at least try to. Oh, there we go. Come on. There we go. Let's try that again, shall we? Slice this. I haven't really had any problems with that, but that did not go well. Let's try again. I'll check the chat in a second because I know a lot of you guys are probably just hopping on. Bear with me as I'm trying to get these wound. I also need to change my needle to a ballpoint needle because these are made out of shirt fabric. Okay, here we go. There we go, much better. All right, let's look here. Hello, Liz. Hello, Heather. Hey, hey. We are winding some bobbins. Do-do. Ooh. I think this is a good gray. It's dark enough. Now just to decide what panto we're going to do. Because the one that I wanted to do, I'm not loving. So we're going to do something else. I don't think my laser on this is working, so I just stop it. Because I don't want to pop a bobbin. I'm going to put that in my bobbin case for when I run out. And I'll wind 2 more, even though I'm doing 2 quilts. We'll just see. I want to see how much thread I go through. Boop. Ah! It's really in like how you hold the thread, because there's like a razor edge of the bobbin that cuts it, and if it cuts too soon, then it's not going to wind, or it gets all messed up. Alright, let's try again. Mother effer. Sorry. Ugh. Come on, thread. Let's do this. This should be the quickest part of the quilt, right? Once we get going. I want to get this quilt done tonight. Gosh dang it. I don't know why it's doing that. But I don't want it to break my machine. You guys are going to start hearing some curse words. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's in my tension disc just fine. I haven't had this many problems. It's always when I come on live too. It's like let's not get anything done tonight. Let's have bobbin winding problems. Mother liver. I'm holding it the wrong way because it's breaking every time. Oh my god, it just broke just putting it on there. Oh my gosh. Of course I wait to the last possible moment to start working on this. Buddy, stop it. What am I doing wrong? Buddy, knock it off. Ah! It's literally just shredding the thread every single time. This is the definition of insanity, right? We're just going to keep trying it over and over and over. I'm going to rethread this. This is making me mad. Okay. We need some like meditative songs. I've wound 1 bobbin and I've been standing here for 10 minutes trying to do it. Ah! Alright. Well, we might not even get this quilt done tonight. Oh my god. Freaking frickety frick! That's how I'm saying. Ah! Thank you, Heather. You got it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's obviously me. Woo! We got it. Good. I don't know why it wanted to give me so many freaking problems. Hi, Mom. What are you doing, Heather? Hello, Delia. Are you going to be on long? I'm going to be on for about an hour and a half. Hi, June. I have honey mustard on my, or not honey mustard, Chipotle ranch on my shirt. Hi, Terry. Thank you, Kathleen. It's the way I was holding the thread, because as soon as it starts going, it's so fast that it just snaps your thread if it's against there. Yeah, right, Heather? Ain't that the truth? It's like SpongeBob. 1,000 bobbins later. Oh, it actually stopped. That's nice. So I actually trust the thing to stop. I don't want it to pop my bobbin. I've heard that if you overfill them, they'll just like kind of explode. And so I was winding one and it didn't stop. It looked like it was really full. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to stop it before it breaks. All right, let's see if I learned my lesson. It was a little sketchy. We'll see. We'll save that bobbin for last. No, I'm being about something. What's going on? Hi, Amy. My dad said, dirty word, dirty word, dirty word. What are you using? What's on the long arm tonight? We've got a memory quilt that my mother-in-law pieced. It's a present for family. They're going out to a wedding this weekend, so I need to get it done. I got it loaded today, and then I'm hopefully going to be able to quilt the whole thing tonight. But it's made out of her dad's shirts. And she made some for everybody in the family. And so this is going to be the wedding present. So I'm just getting it quilted for her. And I'm going to bind it as well. Alright, is it going to stop? It stopped! Good job, Bobbin Winder. Good for you. These things are hard to get off, I'm telling you. They really get on there. It's almost like you need to oil that part of the dang thing. Come on, get off. It hurts your fingers. You guys are just gonna hear me complain tonight. That's what we're here for. Okay. I'm gonna make that one the bottom. I'm gonna move my tape measure. I'm gonna unplug my bobbin winder. I'm gonna take this stuff so my machine doesn't run into it or run over it while it's quilting. I'm also going to take my thread my machine, blow out the bobbin area with my air compressor. So here we go. You're coming with me. Do 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 do. All right, so let me show you what's on the long arm tonight. It's a very nice quilt that my mother-in-law made, and it's all using her dad's shirts. He's passed away. Sorry, this is like the only place to put you. I guess I could also, the other night I put you guys up here, but that dang light, oh my gosh. I think that's my camera. No, it's the light. That's so annoying. There's no way around it. But if you oil it, the bobbin will fly off half. Oh my gosh. Hold on, did I miss the first half of that? No, yeah, you did. Hold on. Okay, cheap crap from Joanne. If you're talking about thread, I really like the machine quilting thread by Coates & Clark. It's the brown one. It's like on a brown spool. That's my favorite piecing thread. I've also done a lot of quilting with it. Did you wind glide thread before? Yes, I did. It was the way I was holding the tail of the string. I had to do it a different way because it was pulling against the edge of the bobbin hook or whatever, so it was slicing the thread. But I'm going to thread my machine. I actually know how to do it now. I went down to the local quilt shop today to get some more pictures taken. That's my job. I work there now, so it's pretty cool. I'm part of the team. Everyone's literally so nice. Now, before I get my needle threaded, I'm going to change my needle to a ballpoint needle because I think that's what I need to use with this material. So I'm going to get my ballpoint needles and change it out. I watched my long armor friend thread hers the other day. Such a nifty thing to know. Yes. You learn pretty quick, too. I thought I was like, I'm not going to know how to thread this thing. It's not that bad. Okay. I need these ballpoint needles. It's recommended for knit fabrics. So that's what we're going to use. I'm keeping them in the packages because they don't really have like labeling on here to know what they are, and I don't want to mix them up. So I'm going to change my needle. I finally know how to do that too. I put my needle in backwards the other night and was wondering why my thread was breaking. I'm so sorry about that light. I know that's really not fun. I'm split in half by this light. Okay, taking this needle and I'm going to go put it somewhere where my kids aren't going to stab themselves with it later on. And then I'm going to put a needle in. A new needle. Okay. I'm also going to get a pen. Sorry, guys. I should have all my stuff here, but there's little hands in this family that just like to take everything, and a lot of the sewing stuff is not safe, so I end up just putting it away. Get in there. Get in there, needle. I'm going to have to come over here. This needle, or the fabric's too thick. Whoa, what is going on? Get in there, little needle. It wasn't this hard the other day. I changed it without any problems. Okay. Then I'm going to take this and make sure that it's straight on. And then I'm going to grab my thing. Okie dokie. Now we're going to bring it back on over here. Whee! And put our pin away. And finish threading this. We're keeping our glide foot on. If I had my machine on, it'd be better because that has really good lighting. Be able to see what the heck I'm doing. Come on. I've been just haphazardly throwing thread on the ground. It is a thread wasteland right here. And this thread keeps splitting, so I can't really get it through the holes and everything. Alrighty, yay! Okay, let's turn it on. Actually, first, let's blow some air into it. So I got this air compressor on Amazon, and they recommended every time I change the bobbin, blowing out the bobbin case to get all of the lint and crud out of there. So that's what I'm going to do. Change my bobbin. Take my bobbin out. Whoop, there it goes. It literally just fell out. I feel like I just heard Addington. Alright, I'm going to take it. I know you can't see me. And just blow it out. And then we're going to put my bobbin that I used away. Nice to have some company. Not the light. We're focused on you and your long arming, not the light. I should just cut this. Oh, there's a lot. We're cutting it. I don't feel like winding it. Boop. Okay. These are the things that you have to do before. You gotta wind the bobbins. You gotta clean out your case. Gotta change your needle. You gotta sneeze. I think it's that lint that I just blew. Tip, don't put your face by there and like look into there while you're blowing the lint. That looks good to me. Okie dokie, what else was I going to do? I was going to oil it, but I oiled it before the table runner that I did. The table runner wasn't that big, so I'll oil it after I do this quilt before I put the next one on. So let's bring over our beautiful machine. Whee! I'm going to go turn the power on. I have to walk over here. We had to block off the back of here because Louise keeps coming back here and messing with stuff. So we had to block it out. I always like to make sure I don't have anything sitting on the back of the table because sometimes I'll put stuff there and like my nightmare is that I'm going to forget that there's something there and the machine's going to run over it while it's quilting and wreak havoc on the machine. So, hi Marie! Do you put a new needle on with each quilt? Hello, Sherry! Not a pro. Not a pro. They told me to every quilt. If I do a big quilt, I'll change it. The last one that I did was a table runner, so it wasn't that big. I probably could have quilted another quilt with that needle, but I changed the needle because I needed a ballpoint needle in for this memory quilt because it's shirt fabric. So, yeah. That's why I changed the needle. Whew! Not a pro, though. I kind of know what I'm doing, but that actually wasn't a typo. I know, shocker. Fun arming. That's what it's called. That's the new line. Thank you, Kathleen. Alright, so we just have to wait for the program to load. Louise stole my hair ties. I usually have some on my wrist, but she likes to steal them. You just can't say no to that little face. Hi, Paula. How are you doing tonight? So it's loading. Loading. It's actually pretty fast. So I already loaded it. So you guys don't get to see me wrestle with the giant quilt. But I've tried to get it on here straight to where like this whole seam is kind of the same. And I want it on that actually. So now I have to set my area. I'm going to do my plumb line first. And so a plumb line is basically, hey Beth, I thought you had a cutie frame. I did have a cutie frame and I actually sold it 2 days ago. So we got a long arm and we're really excited to have a long arm. So I'm going to do my plumb line and that's going to be what I line up the quilt with to make sure it's straight. So I'm going to change my stitch length to 5 stitches per inch. I'm going to pull this back a little bit and I can readjust later. I've got plenty of fabric. And then I'm going to make sure my thread is underneath my foot because I just threaded it, so naturally it kind of goes up there. Picking a good spot to stay. I'm going to go up here, do 5 stitches per inch. Then I'm going to switch it to that, so that means when I stop, the needle's going to stop. So that's good. And then I'm going to press my horizontal channel lock, so that means it's going to go perfectly straight. Pulling up my thread, my bobbin thread. There we go. And we're just going to go all the way across. I'm going to stop, tap off, and then I'm going to cut my threads. I know you guys can't see me from all the way over here, but I'm over here. Okay, and then we're going to go all the way back, turned off our horizontal channel lock, cutting our threads, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top edge of my quilt and I'm going to line it up on that line that I just stitched. Because we know that's a straight line because we had our channel lock on. And so that's how we're going to make sure that this quilt gets quilted straight on. No wonkiness happening. Now, it's not going to be perfect. I'm a wonky quilter. I think we're all kind of wonky sometimes. But this helps keep it somewhat consistent. So now I'm going to adjust the rest of the quilt. First, I'm going to just stitch that. And I'm going to go slow when I need to go slow. And make sure that it stays kind of like right on that line as I go. And I'm probably going to come in like a 1/4 inch on the top and then do my line there. So now I'm going to come here. We also have to think like we're going to be squaring up this quilt at the very end of it. So, and then we also have our binding that's going to cover the thread that is we're doing for this. So pulling up our thread again. We got our channel lock on, and then now I'm just going to slowly go all the way across. So maybe I'll move you guys over here so you can watch me kind of do this. Beth, what determines the stitch length? Do you use the design or is it your preference? I've seen a lot of people, like when I'm watching videos, 10 stitches per inch and 12 stitches per inch is really like what's most popular. I do the 5 stitches per inch for the basting just because it's a bigger stitch that I can rip out, or no, I don't really rip out those, but if I were to baste a quilt inside the quilt, I would want a big stitch length that I could just rip out. But I like 12 stitches per inch. I think it looks really nice. Okay, here we go. Alright, now I'm going to pull my thread up. And now that I've done that, I can move the rest of the quilt down. Because if I would have like adjusted it before stitching that line, it would have made it come off that straight line. So now I can kind of adjust the quilt, get it underneath. That looks pretty good to me. I'm not going to baste down the sides. I don't feel comfortable doing that on such a big quilt. I basted down the sides when I did my rainbow quilt, but I'm going to float this one. Oh, I'm closing my window. So, all my windows are open. Okay, now I'm going to set my area. Well, first I'm going to switch back my stitches, because I don't want to do it in 5 stitches per inch. Now I'm going to set my area. I'm kind of look like where it's going to end. So now I'm going to pick my design, open, and I need to pick something. So I'm just going to have to look through what I've got. She said she wanted it super basic. She doesn't want it to overtake the shirts. So I think what I'm going to do is either this one or man, this is a hard one. What do I want to do? I think we're going to do this one. We're just going to go with it. I think it's going to look nice. So, okay. I know that's not going to fit in my row. I don't want it to be, I mean, I could probably move this quilt up just a little bit. Let's modify, resize, lock, height. .5, repeat. Do I like that? Do I like it? Do I like it? Okay, so I resized it. Repeated it, and then closed the gap in between. I like it, but maybe I should do something else. She doesn't want it to take over the shirts. So I'm going to clear all, I know. I want to see what this other one looks like first. So I'm going to set up my area again. Okay. I want to open up this other one that I saw because I think it would look nice as well. Open it up. I'm going to go to Long Arm League. Nope. I'm going to go to Oh So Cute and open up this one. I'm going to go to Modify, Resize. I'm going to make this bigger. Do we like that? Do we like that? Okay. Repeat. I kind of like that better. I like it better because it's going to like work well with the quilts. The blocks, I should say. So I'm going to adjust it. So that it kind of matches the quilt. And then I'm going to go to my area again. And I know that my height is not 12 inches, but it is... I'm just gonna make it, let's just do 60 and we'll crop out the last row if we need to. And then we're gonna go back to repeat and we're gonna click on that. I think that looks nice. I like that a lot better. I think that looks good. Okay, let's do another one. I like that a lot better than the other one. I'm trying to get it like perfectly on this spot. Okay, I think that looks good. I know you guys can't see what I'm talking about. This is what I'm going to quilt on the quilt. I think it's going to be nice. It's like masculine enough to give to a boy. So, Kathleen, no, her thinking about the design is now giving me anxiety. No. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Zoe and Addie now have colds. They're sick now. Okay, now I'm going to go to baseline, modify crop outside edges. So that looks good. And then I'm going to baseline again. And then now I'm going to go to Pro Stitcher, and it's going to do it for me. And we're just going to hope that our tension's good and that nothing breaks, because I've never used a ballpoint needle. I've never done the long arm on like clothing. So we want this to go well. We want it to go well. So I'm just going to get the quilt ready again. pick up threads if I see them. And then I'm going to press go. And I'm going to make sure that I don't hit my bars. So I'm doing well. And then we're going to proceed. Fingers crossed, everybody. First clothing quilt. And I'm going to pause it right here, and I'm going to check my tension before we go any further, because it kind of looks not perfect. And a trick that I've learned to check the dang tension is to turn my light off, because I can't see accurately when the light's on. So I'm going to turn those off. Whoa, I know. The lights are so bright. And I'm going to use my phone flashlight to look at the stitches underneath. Okay, I think it looks okay. I'm going to make sure, turn that back on, home, the settings are where I want it, and I'm just going to hit resume. We're doing it! The stitches are actually looking really good. The tension looks really good. Even when it gets on the denim and the stretchy shirt, it's looking good. It's looking good. I know that light is so bright. I think that's a cool design for the quilt. The one that I had before, let me show you. I'm going to try and find it. Thank you, Delia. Okay, Panto. The one that was the runner-up, I even put it on there, and I wasn't super sure. I thought it would take over it would just not be perfect. Is trying to find it. They don't have it. Whose quilt? Thank you, Colette. It is for my husband's cousin. So my mother-in-law made this quilt, and it's been sitting forever and ever and ever. And so I'm getting it quilted and bound before they go to the wedding. And this is going to be their wedding present. The shirts are from her dad, who's passed away. It's looking really nice. And I don't think it's taking over the shirts. I think it's complementing it nicely. And it's working well. And it's a big one too, so it's not super dense. I like that I was able to enlarge it, and it works really nicely. So we're gonna maybe get it finished before I have to dart out of here. Hi Courtney, how are you doing? Hi Patricia, how are you? Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Delia. Thank you, Kathleen. I'm loving it. That looks so nice. I wish I could find the one that I was thinking of. Let's see if I can find it on my laptop. Because I have the file. I think it might have been Urban Elements. It was like A, B. And now, you know what I should have done? I should have saved my quilt. So before I progress it, I'm going to save my workspace. I need to be better about that. Hi, Patty. Oh, awesome, Courtney. Hello, Donna. Hi, Dahlia. I didn't have an appointment this week. I have it next Tuesday in the morning. So I'll go and get my blood work done, and we'll find out the gender through that. But it usually takes about a week to get the results back from the lab. So we're going to find out if we're having a boy or girl. And next week is second trimester. So we've gotten through the first hard part of pregnancy, and I haven't puked at all, which is a record. So this baby is a miracle baby. I've not puked at all. That looks so nice. I like it. I really do. Some of her seams are kind of they've popped up just a hair. So I'm going to go File, Save, Workspace. And I'm going to put Clear, Christian, Quilt, Save. Okay, and now we're going to progress it. Whee! Yes, Beth! Yeah, no puking at all. I'm going to regret that tomorrow because I'm going to puke out of nowhere, right? Okay, here we go. So I need to trim my threads. And then now we are going to go over here, somewhere in the middle, and we're going to go a little bit above our next line, which is kind of hard to tell because I can't, we're just going to go right here, drop our needle down, hit drag, and then take our bungees down, and then we're going to roll our quilt. And I want to make sure that my tension isn't too crazy because my magnets will just pop off the frame, and then I'll have to redo it. Sometimes if it's too tight, they'll just pop off and they'll attach to the bar, and I don't want to deal with that because then I don't get a proper. So I just have to take my time on these first rolls. That looks good. Fix my leaders, fix my batting, fix back here a little bit, fix the quilt, and then I'm going to do what the person who taught me, who did the workshop, her name's Patty, she told me to do this in between every time, and it's just taking this, moving it up a little bit, taking the batting and just fluffing it out a little bit, and then making sure it lays flat. And then looking underneath your quilt top and making sure that there's no really dark threads. Honestly, this is a very dark quilt, so it doesn't really make a difference. But if it was a lighter quilt with dark threads that you would see through your quilt, you would want to take those out. Taking all the threads out that are hanging off. And then I'm going to get this laid out nicely. And I'm going to make sure my tension's good. There we go. Do the bungees. Don't forget the bungees, Beth. Remember the first night I was doing it and I kept forgetting my dang bungees? We have graduated. And then I'm going to lift this and put it in my hammock. so it's not hanging on the floor, getting dog hair on it. So that's nice. Bungees on this side. And then now we're all set to do another one. First, let's put our bar back down. Our bar is down. Let's roll it so our leader's not hanging. There we go. Look at us. We've gotten much better, right? That pass was fast. Yeah, I like it. It's not a really dense pattern. And I didn't want it to be too dense because she said, I don't want the quilting to overwhelm the shirts because the shirts are what's so special. Oh, thank you, Patricia. You're so sweet. I want to learn to long arm. Bye, June. Thank you. Now I'm going to cancel out of that. Oh, turds. I think that's okay. So let's just double check. This is where the next starting point is, I think. And then it's going to stitch up to about here. I think that's right. I pressed clear instead of my drop. I should press drop and then clear, but it looks like it progressed it and it changed my starting point. So let's just see. If it starts going to the wrong place, we'll pause it and set a new beginning. No, 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 no. Damn it. Ugh. Okay, well it thinks that my start point is all the way up there. That's not good. Okay, well we're gonna have to set a new beginning. I wonder why. Let's do, oh my gosh. I should have pressed the clear button. Turds, okay. Pro Stitcher. I don't understand why that happened. Because that looks like it's going to stitch. Hold on. That's really weird. So it had it start just one right there. I think that's my new start point right there. Okay, you guys just saw it hit the bar. I know, I bet you're all just like screaming inside. What the heck? Alright, I think this is right. This is so frustrating. I've never messed up a drag and drop before. And this is a new pattern to me. I think that's my new start. Let's, I don't like this. Because if it starts stitching wrong, I have to do some pulling out. I think it's right. Let's just go with it. Come on. Oh, come on. Get on there. cancel. My gosh, what a train wreck. That is so frustrating. Well, we need to cut our thread, for sure. I am so annoyed. That is no bueno. Fudge. Fudge, fudge, fudge. Fudge, 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 fudge. I am so annoyed with this dang thing. Welcome to the train wreck, everybody. My gosh. I don't want to injure the shirt, so I'm being very careful. What happened was I was doing a drag and drop, and I saw that Pro Stitcher still had run going, and I pressed cancel before pressing drop. So it messed up my alignment. So then I tried doing a new start and stop, but the alignment was off. Which we do not want. With how dense this quilt or the quilting is, I should be able to finish it tonight. But I can't wind a bobbin to save my life. I just messed up the first drag and drop of the whole quilt. Alright. Make sure I get these threads out. Okay. So now we're going to have to figure out how the heck this pattern works. Because that was not the right start. It looks like my next start. I don't know why it did that. It's like it doesn't think I did that. I think my next start is right here. And I'm going to hit the bar for sure. Lord Jesus, why are we doing this? See, that's just not right. That's like way off. So I need to move this to where it's like on where it needs to be. That's right. Sorry, I need to troubleshoot this so I don't jack up the quilt. I think the next start is right here. But it has it like outside of the area, so I don't know if it's gonna crop it out or not. I guess we're just gonna see what happens, and if I have to seam rip again, we're gonna have to start this over tomorrow. I feel like that should be right though. Let's just see what happens. Worst idea ever. Oh, pause. Cancel. Cancel. Here we go, folks. Is it going to be wrong? I really hope not. Oh, here we go. It is like so close. I think we saved it. I can't even watch it. It's making me sick. Thinking about how I almost messed it up. Woo! Hi, Marla. So I had to adjust the pattern. So when you do the drag and drop, you're not supposed to press any buttons in between. So we learned that. The Pro Stitcher is going to tell me proceed or cancel. So I need to press cancel before I do the drag and drop because it messed up my alignment. You can tell it's just a little off. Not terrible. It looks fine. But it's not perfect. And you obviously want it to be perfect when it's for somebody else. It's okay. It's okay. We're still learning. I troubleshooted the best that I could, and I think it still looks pretty good. So, someone who's not a quilter won't notice, like, a small little gap. They're not going to notice. So, I can't believe I did that. I've had zero problems with repositioning the quilts. And of course, I'm having all of the problems tonight. There's no such thing. Well, there's such thing as perfect when you don't mess it up. Hi, Sean. I didn't see you come in. How are you tonight? Thank you, Sherry. You guys are so nice. I think it looks good still. But you can tell. So this row ended before the quilt, or before the shirts ended. And this is coming down more. So it's not perfectly consistent, but lesson learned. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. Well, it's from my mother-in-law. I'm just helping her finish it. So she made one of these for my husband, Austin. We all know Austin. His brother, Addie, got one. And then he made one for this cousin and this cousin's sister. And then one for herself, of course. So I'm not going to take a bunch of credit because I didn't do the hard work. Thank you, Crystal. I'm just frustrated with myself. But we have to learn how to problem solve and fix our mistakes. So it still looks good. It still looks good. Beth, what is the black thing on your window? A Q. What? That thing? That thing right there? This thing? That thing? I don't know. But now you're making me, I'm creeped out. Like I need to go close my windows. I'm like, oh my God, is someone in the window? Who's that in your window, Beth? Hey, cancel. Thank you. Okay. Now we're going to go towards the middle. And we're going to go right about here. We're going to needle down, drag. And we're not going to press any more dang buttons. We don't have a ton more to go. We only have a few. We can definitely get this done before I have to go. I'm just going to straighten this out. Now I'm going to press drop. Needle up. And it should not give me any more dang problems. If it does, you guys are going to hear me start cursing and hollering. This is how easy it should have been the last time. Okay, here we go. Fingers crossed it works out, everyone. I need to set my new start point because it thinks I'm still on the other one. So Pro Stitcher, and then now I'm going to go to quilt, run, proceed, and it's going to stitch that last, or that row. not perfect. Not perfect. That's my motto. I need a tattoo, not perfect. It's not terrible. Join 95% of the club. Not perfect, but still a solid A. Thank you, Sean. I think Beth is going to have a meltdown. Her machine is misbehaving. I cannot blame my machine. I pressed a button that messed up the alignment of the quilt, and then I tried to move it back the best that I could. It looks really good, all things considered. But if I would have done that drag and drop correctly, the whole alignment of the whole quilt would be spot on. Spot on. But it's okay. We have to let go. Let go and learn. It looks fine. It really does. It looks fine. It looks good. We're rolling with it. We are rolling with it. We're almost done. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Sherry. You guys are just you're giving me like some better vibes. Hi, Kathy. Think I'm sticking with my domestic and leaving the long arms for the pros. Well, I'm not a pro yet, but we're almost there, right? If we didn't have something to learn, we would be bored, right? Amen. Amen to that. We're going to be fine. This is going to look good. When we roll it off, I'll show you what it looks like, and you guys will be like, shut up. But I'm a perfectionist, or I try to be. Hi, Jeanette. Thank you, Kathleen. I'm still a chicken. I think it looks fine. It looks good. It looks good. It looks good. And we're almost done, so that's good. That's what it looks like. Whee! It looks good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, press cancel first. Then we're going to bring it up over here. We're going to press needle down, drag. Take our bungees down. And roll our quilt. Unlock. Alright. Then I'm going to do that thing that I was doing. Tighten this up a little bit. Lock it back. Pull this pole up. And then we're going to fluff our batting. Fluff it good. And then we're going to make sure that it's laying flat. We're going to pull this down. Now this isn't a perfectly square quilt, so we're gonna try and move the fabric and make it work. So I'm just gonna pet the fabric a little bit. Pet the fabric. Good boy. Good dog. It's not perfectly square. Which is fine. I don't make perfectly square quilts either. We just have to fudge it a little bit. Okie dokes. That looks good to me. Everything's laying flat now. Semi-straight. Tighten it just a little bit. Then put our bungees back on. We only have 2 more passes and then we're done. So we can take it off and laugh at how silly I am. Drop, needle up. Now I'm going to put this bar back down before I forget, because my bars will hit this if I leave it up. Okie dokie. And then I also have to do a new start because I jacked it up. Pro Stitcher, new start. Then go to quilt, run, proceed, resume. Just let it do its thing now. My quilts are mostly square. Hi, Pam. It is a 12-foot frame. And it's a 20-inch throat, I believe. Thank you, Patricia. Woo, 1 more row and we're done. That's exciting. Thank you, Sean. Look at it go. Woo! It's really fun to watch. I need to get a video for the Instagram. Be a cool kid. I'm going to send it to my mother-in-law. one more video. Woo! Yes, I can. I've been feeling really great. So second trimester starts next week. I guess one more week and the second trimester's here. But I've been feeling really good. I haven't puked at all. There's a close-up. It's not as close-up as it could be. But you can kind of see the quilting. Let me turn on my ring light. Woo! Actual lighting down here. I love how this one turned out. It makes me so happy to see it up on the wall. It's so nice and colorful. I love it. I love it. Loopy meander would be perfect for that, Amy. Go for it. That would look really good. Thank you, Marla. I did it with all scraps, so I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm saying it's beautiful because the fabric's beautiful. I'm not like, I always feel bad when I'm like, it's so pretty. It sounds a little cocky, but I'm just really, really happy with how it turned out, and I love the bright colors. All right, we've got one more row, and we're done. Alrighty, bring it on over here. And then we're gonna drop our needle, hit drag, take our bungees off, and roll it again. We're gonna straighten it out again. I might just take this bar off for this last row because the batting is so short. Whee! Okay. The batting is so short that it's kind of getting stuck under there. All right. Thread galore under here. My. Clip this out. I need to get a trash can for over here because I'm just throwing them on the floor. My vacuum's not too happy about that. It's like, wait, you shed all over the place with your long hair and then now you're putting all these threads everywhere? No, thank you. I'm just going to have to really keep an eye on these borders because they're a little wavy. It's fine. It's fine. All right, bungees. Bungees. And then we're going to crop out our row. Well, we might not have to. Let's see how far it quilts down. Drop, needle up. Let's see where it... That's not terrible. I mean, it is wasting some thread. I think I'm going to go to area. You know what? Let's just do it. I just want to get it done, and I don't want to press the wrong button. We're gonna waste some thread, people. As if we didn't waste enough while we were winding our bobbins earlier. Put my bungees on over here. Make my new start stop is right here. Then go to quilt, press run. It's gonna waste some thread, but I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Now my damn it. Sorry. Cancel. And we ran out of bobbin thread. There's no bobbin to pull up. I don't know why I'm trying to do this. I was thinking, like, wow, we're almost going to do this all on one bobbin. That's nice. Psych! I'm going to oil it, too. Okay. Let's get my oil. I have to hide it from the kids because I could just see them trying to drink this. And then now we get to play the game of trying to match up where we left off. Because that's something that I've learned. The machine does not know really where it's at 100%. I mean, it can only do so much for us to make our life easier. Alright. Now we have to go about a couple stitches back because it doesn't really pay attention to where it's at. It just kind of keeps going and it thinks it's somewhere where it's not. So I kind of have to look at where it's at. I'm going to start it right here. I'm going to zoom in to where I'm at right now and make sure I'm like right on there. Then I'm going to go to Pro Stitcher, and then we're going to go, and we'll see if it pulls up the thread. Yay! It actually did it in a good spot this time. Yay! That went so well. I had a lot of issues with that step, so that went really well. Hallelujah! See, I'm like, I don't really feel like cropping the row for that little going over, but is he gonna long arm it by himself? No. I need to buy batting, and so I'm just waiting until we have enough money to buy some more batting before doing like more personal projects. I mean, I have part of a roll left, but I want to buy 80-20 batting and 100%, some more of the 100% cotton, and then eventually get bamboo as well. So I don't want to burn through my batting, and he's completely fine with waiting, but we're just waiting until we have the funds to buy hundreds of dollars worth of batting. We're almost done. Almost done. We're done! Alright, we're going to take it off the frame now. Yeah! We did it! Even though there were some mistakes, we persevered. So I'm going to start unrolling it. And this is how fast it takes to unload a quilt, because I use magnets and not pins. So Kelly, if you're watching this, thank you so much. This is so fast. And it's so fast to load a quilt too with these. The kids love playing with them too. Look at that! Look at that! You can't really see the quilting. Hold on. Let's come in a little closer. Let me turn my ring light around so we can actually have some dang light. Woo! Up close and personal. There you go. You can see it a little bit better now. So, learned my lesson on the drag and drop not to press another button. I think it looks really, really good. Whee! I should have just had that facing us the whole time. Now I'm going to unload it from over here. Watch how fast this is. Hold on. I'm going to say, watch how fast it is. It's going to be the longest I've ever taken to take it off. It's kind of harder on the back because they're not like right at the front. They're behind the leader. Still faster than pinning and unpinning. Whee! All right. Ta-da! So tomorrow, I'm going to have to square it up and bind it. This is what the back looks like. It's a solid backing, so you can see. Look how fun that is. It's really, really fun. I like this. That is not. What is that? There's a lot of fluffs on here. I need to invest in like a jumbo lint roller so I can just lint roll everything. Thank you, Marla. And Marie, I really wanted to pick the best pattern for it. Show us the back. This is the back. There's a lot of fluffs on there. So that's what it looks like. Thank you, Sherry. Lots of threads. But that is what it looks like. Whee! I'm really happy that it's done. Now, the fun part, squaring it up and making binding for it and getting it bound and ready to go to St. Louis this weekend. So, I asked Austin, I was like, do you have a lot of meetings tomorrow? And he said, why? And I'm like, well, I'm going to have a lot of stuff to do. So I'm going to have to finish this. Plus, my mother-in-law was like, can you do this? Can you? I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't know what I agreed to. Plus, I am making this into a pillow. So I need to quilt it and then sandwich it and fill it up with some polyfill. And this is also going out with them while they go out of town. So I need to get that quilt squared up and bound and this turned into a pillow, preferably by the end of the day tomorrow. So, yeah. Quilting always looks great on the back when it's a solid back, right? That's what I told Liz. I said, she was like, well, what do? I just want to do a solid black. I was like, do a navy because it'll match the quilt a little bit better because there's a lot of navies. And I feel like black is like really harsh for this quilt. And so she got a navy and I was like, it's going to look so good on the back with the quilting. But, isn't that so cute? And this one, if you guys saw my Instagram post, I made a mistake on this too. I make mistakes, even with FPP, something that I've been doing for so long, And I'm very, like, particular, and I, like, you know, you would think that I wouldn't mess up. I do mess up. So there's a mess up in this block, and I'm not going to point it out because it drives me insane. And then if I point it out to you, then it's going to drive you crazy too. But I worked on this last night. My mother-in-law did a few blocks, and then she was like, "I am not doing this. I can't do it." She was getting intimidated by the ones that, like, the eyes and the stuff that had a lot of radiating lines. She was like, "I can't do them. I can't." I was like, "Yes, you can. Yes, you can." So she dropped this off, and I finished it up. Nope, I did not write this one. It's so cute. This is a pattern from Kid Giddy. So you can look up on Etsy, Kid Giddy. KIDGIDDY. Kid Giddy. And it's a really, really cute little Boston Terrier. So... and there's a mess up in it. If you go look up at the pattern and you look at the top, like the front cover page, and then look back at this one, you let me know if you can find the mistake, okay? Actually, don't let me know because it's going to make me feel worse. But, yeah, so I have a lot to do. So we're probably going to be down here as a family tomorrow during the day. Addie and Zoe both have colds. So, they're probably going to be on the couch watching TV. And we're also making potato soup. It's the first soup of the whole, like, season. I feel like fall is among us. And it's supposed to be super rainy and, like, about 60 degrees again, like it was on Tuesday. Which I love. You guys, when fall comes around, I get so happy. I get to have soups. I get to cuddle up with blankets on the couch. I already do that. I get to wear fuzzy socks. I get to wear pajamas. I already do that as well. All day long. Movies. I just love it. And I love the rain. So I'm, like, so excited for some rain and some potato soup. So if you guys are interested in our potato soup recipe, it's really good. And I am not a safeguarder of recipes. So if you'd like our recipe, let me know in the comments, and I'll post it on my community chat because it's really good. And it's a crock pot recipe, so you can just let it cook all day, and then, you know, we are still hot. I can't wait for fall. I hate summer. Me too. I hate summer too. Found it. Haha. Nah, girl. Looks amazing. It's not perfect. I feel like that's, like, my motto. I feel like God's just trying to tell me, it's okay. You're not perfect. Not everything you do is going to be perfect. I don't know why I have that expectation, but he always reminds me, not happening. Not happening. Yeah, so Donna found the mistake that I made. But, we'll see. Recipe, please. Love the dog. Thank you. Ooh, my husband makes really great potato soup. Yeah, that potato soup's so good. I love potato soup, and I love our stew. Our stew recipe is really good. So if you want the stew recipe too, let me know down in the comments. It's actually my mom's recipe, so if she's still in the chat, which I'm sure she's went to bed by now, I've taken her recipe from growing up, and I've modified it a little bit. When I say modified, I took out the vegetables that I don't like and added the ones that my husband does, which is corn. So we put 3 cans of corn in our stew, but it's really good. We have, like, rice in there and meat and potatoes and corn. It's really, really good. It's jambalaya rice with some, oh my God, I'm so ready. With, like, a bunch of butter too. There's an unhealthy amount of butter in our stew. So before you ask me for the recipe, think about how healthy you want to be this fall and this winter, because I think you use, like, I would have to say at least 2 sticks of butter. Might be 3. Yikes. I will be right over. All right, let's see. Hold on. Oh, I have a seam ripper in my pocket. Return that. Let's look at the weather, because it did say earlier this week it was supposed to rain and be nice and cool. So tomorrow, this is what we're doing. Okay, it's going to start raining around 2, and it's still going to be 82 degrees. And then it's going to go down. It's supposed to thunderstorm from 2 p.m., and it looks like for the rest of the day. Thank you, Jesus. I'm so excited. I love me some rain. Oh my gosh. It just, like, soothes the soul. So I'm going to be sewing down here, looking out the window while it rains. I'm going to be having a great time, getting cuddles with my sick kids. I'm bringing my own bowl and spoon, Beth. Oh, you're welcome. You are so welcome. I like to put goldfish. Okay, so there's oyster crackers. Those are good. But if you really want to like get really into it, I like putting goldfish in my potato soup. They're like cheesy crackers, and I like putting like sharp cheddar cheese on like over it, and it melts and it gets nice and cheesy. Oh, I love it. So good. We can talk all night about food. Now I'm like, what the heck am I going to go eat? Because I had to go to work. When I say I had to go to work, I had to go to my local quilt shop tonight. I'm just gibber-gabbering before I have to hop off, which is like right now. Oh my gosh. I went out there and I was so hungry, and then I grabbed something to eat and it was terrible. I hate when that happens and you're like, dang it, I should have just eaten at home. My gosh. So I just let Austin eat it. So I'm kind of hungry. So I'm going to go find something to snack. I need to turn off my machine. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Well, we have family dinner tomorrow. So maybe I'll come on during the day and the kids will be wild and you'll see like my everyday life. But yeah, I have to go unplug the machine and everything and run upstairs. So I am going to press the button. I love when you guys tell me, press the dang button, Beth. So I'm going to press the button and let you guys go to sleep, go about your day. Thanks for hanging out with me while I quilted this quilt. You guys gave me encouragement and motivation to keep going. So good night. I love you all. Good night, Amy and Patricia and Delia and Marla and Kathleen and Kelly and Sherry and Marie and Donna and Sean if you're still in here and Patty. Good night, everyone. I'm going to press the button now. Finally, here we go. I'm pressing it. Hold on, I missed some chat. Hold on. Maybe you guys are saying press the button. Good night, Teresa. Push the button. Okay, I'm going.